Hi. In today's video we are looking at the Rust programming language and what companies are using it for in production. Rust is described by Wikipedia as a high-level, general-purpose programming language designed for performance and safety, especially safe concurrency. Rust is syntactically similar to C++, but can guarantee memory safety by using a borrow checker to validate references. Are you planning on using Rust for your next project? Well, you're in good company. Number 10. Dropbox. Dropbox uses Rust for parts of its file synchronization engine. Since the engine is highly concurrent, writing, testing, and debugging it is hard. Therefore, the team chose to rewrite it in Rust. Rust's static types and heavy compile time checks give it an advantage over dynamically typed languages like Python when you need to tackle complex codebases and concurrent code. At number 9 we have Coursera. Coursera uses Rust for their programming assignments feature where students need to write and run a computer program to solve a problem. The programs are run, tested, and graded inside Docker containers. For security reasons, the developer team needed to use a low-level language like Rust for some of the code, and they decided that Rust is more secure than C. At number 8 we have Figma. Figma is a collaborative web-based design tool for vector graphics and interface prototyping. They chose to rewrite their multiplayer syncing engine in Rust. Previously, it was written in TypeScript, to improve performance since their server couldn't keep up with user growth. At number 7 should be a company familiar to all the JavaScript developers watching. NPM. NPM is a package manager for JavaScript. Its engineering team chose to rewrite their main service in Rust because they saw that the service's performance would soon be a bottleneck if user growth kept up. They rejected technologies such as C and C++ since they didn't trust themselves to be able to handle memory management for a web-exposed service. Java was rejected since it would involve deploying JVM on their servers. At number 6 we have a company we all know. Microsoft. Microsoft has recently been experimenting with integrating Rust into its large C and C++ codebases. The main argument for adopting Rust at Microsoft was the memory safety that Rust provides. For the last 12 years, around 70% of the common vulnerabilities and exposures discovered at Microsoft have been connected with memory safety. Microsoft has tried various options to solve this issue, such as extensive developer training and static analysis tools. However, it seems like the only way out is to make these vulnerabilities impossible to do. And now for the top 5. At number 5 we have Cloudflare. Cloudflare uses Rust in their core edge logic and as a replacement for C, which is memory unsafe. Their GitHub shows 18 open source repositories that use Rust, and on their blog, they document using it for firewall rules, a very customizable firewall tool. At number 4 we have Facebook. Facebook used Rust to rewrite its source control backend, which was written in Python. They were looking for a compiled language to rewrite it in and were attracted to Rust because of its safety benefits. Since then, Rust has been adopted by the source control team. As the reasons for adoption, they mention the huge cost of bugs for Facebook and the ease of the compiler feedback loop, in contrast to static analysis and code reviews. At number 3 we have Amazon. AWS has used Rust for performance-sensitive components of services like Lambda, EC2, and S3. In addition, the company openly supports and sponsors the development of the language and its ecosystem. Amazon also has open-sourced a service written entirely in Rust. Firecracker VMM is a virtual machine monitor that was built for services like AWS Lambda and AWS Fargate. Number 2 is for all you gamers, Discord. Discord uses Rust in multiple places of their codebase, both on the client and the server side. For example, the team used Rust and Elixir to scale to 11 million concurrent users through the use of Elixir NIFs, native implemented functions. In this case, Rust enabled them to speed up their existing Elixir codebase while keeping everything memory safe. They have also rewritten their read state service in Rust. Originally it was written in Go. While the Go version of the service was fast enough most of the time, it sometimes had large latency spikes due to Go's memory model and garbage collector. No shade to Go, Rust was just better in that case. To solve that, Discord switched to Rust, which offers a unique memory allocation system that makes garbage collection unnecessary. Okay. And finally at number 1 Mozilla. While probably not the biggest of these companies, Mozilla was the first investor for Rust and continues to sponsor the work of the open source project. Mozilla also utilized Rust in many of its core initiatives including Servo and key parts of Firefox. And there you have it, the top 10 companies in the world using Rust and why they use it. Let me know what you think about the Rust programming language in the comments section.